It's finally time for us to give you a full tour of our new Momentum 410TH, and she's awesome.
We worked for a couple years. We partnered with Grand Design to help design this floor plan. So it's really special to us, and we're really excited to show you guys.
This floor plan really came from 5 years of us living in our 397, and over that time, we really had some ideas of what we thought would make our living space better. And that's where a lot of these changes came from, and that's kind of where our mindset was when we were laying this out.
Even though we partnered with them on designing this floor plan, we didn't have control over every little detail, just kind of the general idea.
Yeah.
And we also don't have control over what goes in or doesn't go in. Our model was a prototype, so some of the things you're going to see in there may not be in production. Something may change. So if you have any questions at all, if you're thinking about ordering one of these, be sure to talk to your dealer about the specifics. That's the time to do it.
We just got back to our cabin in the Smokies a couple of days ago, and brainlessly, I unloaded most of the stuff and took it into the cabin.
Well, not brainlessly. I mean, we needed it in.
Well, like the food and a lot of the clothes and stuff like that. So some of the things like the pantry isn't stocked full, and I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking.
We come back to the cabin every 2, maybe 3 months. We're still traveling and living this probably 75–80% of the time.
I'm excited to get back on the road now that we are in it and living in it. It feels so good. It is so awesome to be in that.
It's taken time to settle in, right? We had 5 years to gradually build and do stuff on the last one.
Yeah.
So we've been in a rush to kind of get everything done on this because we want all the same stuff, right? We want the internet, we want the filters, we want the power protection.
And we want it right now.
But now we're kind of getting settled in, it's getting decorated, we're finding out where little things go. We're teaching ourselves how to behave in there. And what I mean by that is, no matter what RV you get, one thing we're realizing is you have to modify your behavior on some little things. Like getting in and out of the toilet here, you sit down, then close the door. Little things like that. So I think it's true with any RV.
Yeah. Let's get into some specs.
Yes, this thing is a beast. I mean, our 397 was huge also. It was the same height. They're both 13 feet 6 inches high. This guy though is 46 feet 8 inches long. Now that's the latest spec I just grabbed from the Grand Design website.
Yeah.
I think before they told us it was like almost 46. So I think they're measuring it differently now, tip to tail. But we're gonna do another measuring video. If you saw that last one, we measured our height, our width, everything about the RV, just so you have that information. The width is still a 101-inch wide body. I think the official width is 8 feet 5 inches. Now, this floor plan, this RV by default, I think is like a lot of their TH models, has a GVWR of 20,000 pounds. Now, you can up that to 21,000 pounds if you get the 8K axles, which I highly recommend, just because it gives you that extra 1,000 pounds or so of cargo capacity. Of course, when I talk about axles, I'm really talking about our MORryde 8K independent suspension. We loved it so much on our 397, we swore we would never have an RV without it. Here it is. Speaking of cargo capacity, the stock unloaded vehicle weight is 16,800 pounds, which gives you a 3,200 pound cargo carrying capacity. Again, that's just all on paper. Every RV is going to be built different and have its own sticker. We'll show you ours, but that gives you 3,200 pounds, and 4,200 is much better. The published pin weight on this is 3,600 pounds. We're going to do another weighing video also, and I'm not sure what our pin weight is exactly. I would say it's probably closer to 4,000 pounds. This thing is definitely dually territory.
We should also mention the tires on this thing.
Yeah, all their THs now have 17.5-inch all steel Cooper H-rated tires. So let's talk about our holding tanks and freshwater and all of that. This has a 128-gallon freshwater tank. We have 4 black and gray tanks. We have 2 black tanks because we have the rear bathroom. Those are both 52 gallons. We also have 2 gray tanks, one for the bathroom up front and one for the kitchen. Those are also 52 gallons. So we've got a total of 208 gallons of waste tanks. It's a lot. A couple of the options we got on this model were the slide toppers. We loved having those on our 397. I like these even better. They're angled a little bit better. We don't have any pooling water on it this time. So we really like those. We also opted for the dual pane windows, which we love.
Yes, we have not had any issue with condensation on the inside at all. All right, we're gonna take you on a tour of all the outside stuff first, and then we'll go inside.
Let's go. So starting here, we're gonna hit here, we're gonna go clockwise. We have a 30-gallon fuel tank that's designed for toys. We don't really use it. We haven't even put any fuel in it yet. We never used it on our 397, but it is there. You know, if you're gonna take an ATV out into the desert or whatever, and you wanna take extra fuel with you, that's really cool because you have 30 gallons available. If you opt for the generator package, you have a separate 30-gallon tank just for the generator. Both of those are accessed right here. Also back here, of course, is the standard ladder to get up on the roof. Use that all the time. I'm always getting up there to set up Starlink or to inspect the roof. I always inspect a roof before and after every travel day. Also down here is the dump for our rear black tank. I think on paper they're actually calling it a gray tank, but it's got a toilet going into it, so I'm calling it a black tank. Speaking of black tank, even more evidence that it's a black tank, here's the black tank flush. So this flushes this tank. And again, this is just for our rear bathroom. All the other tanks are in the main bay up here, which I'm gonna show you now. This, of course, is just a standard 50 amp power connection. We have our water heater and our furnace also. It's a 35 kBTU furnace. And in here is the wet bay. Just like our last RV, our wet bay has the Nautilus system. We really like this system. It makes it easy to be able to switch from dry camping to water fill to full hookups. You just switch the little knobs and it's all taken care of. It also comes with a single filter, which is nice. It is a full RV filter, meaning any water you put in, whether you're filling the tanks or whether you're using it, it goes through this filter, which is really cool. We're going to be upgrading this to a triple filter system, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, so you can catch that video when we do it. Of course, also we have our 3 tank pulls down here, our handle pulls for the dump that comes out of the main dump down here. We've got our main black tank, which we mentioned is 52 gallons. We also have our bathroom gray tank and our galley gray tank. Each of those are also 52 gallons. We also have access to part of our storage here. This basement is ginormous. Ginormous. So you access the other side of the basement here. And just like in the last RV, we have our MORryde slide tray. This thing is awesome. Now, in our 397, our storage ended about here and then it had an angle wall, and we changed it and put 2 slide trays in. But with the size of this basement, I haven't really needed the other slide tray. I have everything that I access for dumping and water and all that good stuff on this side. We also have access to my tools right here. I just keep some of the basics right here. The rest are in the truck. So that's awesome to be able to access that from both sides, because this thing does slide out both ways. I'll show you the other side when we get over there. Inside this door, this is the Lippert auto leveling system. It's the same one we had on our 397. It's completely awesome. It's a 6-point hydraulic leveling system. And when we get to a campsite and want to level, we just boop, push one button, step back for a few minutes, let it do its thing, and it's done. 30-pound propane tank on this side as well as on the other side. We actually have upgraded these to 40 pounds in the winter, but we kind of swap them in and out, whether we're winter camping or summer camping. Just like our last RV, we've got the MORryde rubber pin box. Love this thing. It's nice and compact. It's not like the ginormous flex air thing we used to have. Swivels on the whole, left, right, back and forth. So we never have any chucking. It rides great. And now we'll go into here.
Okay.
In here, you'll notice we don't have a generator anymore. It's because we have the Volta system. This Volta system is actually a 56 volt nominal system up to 60 volts charging. We have in this box right here 18 kilowatt hours of power. This inverter system in here handles both the charging of the system as well as inverting for the coach. The RV actually gets full 240 volt split phase 50 amp power, which is really, really cool. We can run everything, all 3 ACs, the microwave, all at once with this system. We're gonna have a video in the future on this with all the details, so be sure to subscribe, like I mentioned, if you wanna see that. So I mentioned the slide tray comes out both directions, which is great for our Blackstone. We love cooking on this thing. You just slide it out. I connect it to a variable regulator right on the tank, plug it in, cook on it, scrape it clean, and done. So as you can see, this basement is huge. We've got stuff just kind of sliding around in here. We don't really have a slide tray or anything on this side because we just keep everything that we use periodically right up front here. Anything towards the back is stuff we don't use very often, and of course anything we use frequently also goes on the slide tray. It also has this Rockford Fosgate stereo system that will broadcast outside here. I've maybe used that once. We don't like to bother our neighbors.
No, it'd be great if you were just out boondocking or something.
Yeah. You might notice we have upgraded and put fire extinguishers on both sides, so we have access to those very quickly. We have fire extinguishers in the truck, one on each side here, one inside each door that we can get to immediately if we ever have an issue. Moving over this way, we just have an outside power outlet. We have a little hose connector here, and I didn't mention it, but in the wet bay on the other side we do have hot and cold with a little hose connection there also. This one only does cold on this side, but you can do hot and cold on the other side. Behind me we have our MORryde step above step, which if you've ever seen us use, it's nice because it's just, there you go.
Ta-da!
It's nice and basically weightless, and these things pop out here and slide down to adjust for the height. So whenever we get set up at a new spot, it's just a matter of leveling, and that's it. Also from MORryde is this extended rail. I think it's called extended rail, something like that.
That thing is so much better.
I love it. You know, the old one that flips out comes to right about here. This thing comes all the way down. Also over here on the campside, we have 3 awnings. This one is 15 feet wide. I just ordered a shade for it, a drop shade that we put on because we love making this whole area like a patio. We've got an awning on this side and an awning in the back also. We also have a TV entertainment system out here so we can sit outside, watch TV. I don't do it a whole lot, but I do like to every now and then watch football or something outside.
So now it's time to go and take a look at the inside and what we've done with it in there. But before we go in, I just wanted to mention this beautiful paint job. This particular one, this red, white, and blue scheme, is something that was very important to us, and we helped design with the team at Grand Design. It's special because it's for their 10th anniversary. You wanna go in? Come on in. Welcome.
Wanna do our usual and start at the nose?
We can, sure. To do that, we've got to go through our bathroom, which is something that I love. 5 years in our last RV, our bathroom was so small. Bathroom is one place where I think that you kind of sacrifice a little bit in space. Something that we really felt was very important to us was having a larger bathroom space, and now we have it, and I love this bathroom so much. So we'll get into the details about this bathroom in a minute, but let's go through and go to the bedroom. Last time you saw this bedroom, it was the prototype, right? Well, we're still in the prototype, but now it's all set up. And we love having a lot more space at the foot of the bed. It's great. One thing that we added, actually there's 2 because they're matching, are these little wicker storage baskets. This one is used as a hamper, and then this one I just have shoes in. One thing that is different in this bedroom than in our 397 is I don't have those storage cubby things over on this wall anymore. I did find this small little 4-drawer compartment thing, which is great because at night, you know, I have a lot of medications and different things, and so I keep everything over there. Adding this here makes it even more difficult for me to get out of the bed though. With the slide being deeper, that opens up the bedroom space, and we love that, and it feels so much better, less claustrophobic up here. However, it does make getting out of bed just a tad more difficult, but because I added that, it makes it more difficult. So I did that to myself. But
I have nice and roomy space over here.
Yeah. And
yeah,
then,
that bedroom slide is very deep.
Yeah, which is great because beforehand we had maybe this much space between the foot of the bed and the dresser. So we love having it open like that in here. And then we did hang this whitewashed metal wall hanging because I wasn't the biggest fan of how dark it was in this little cubby, and I wanted to brighten it up. And that was, to me, the easiest way to do it without painting everything.
I was skeptical about it being right on our headboard, but it hasn't bothered me at all.
No, it hasn't been an issue at all. Something else that's new in this bedroom setup are these built-ins. And I think these are amazing. I know, Chad, you don't really notice because you don't use them.
Yeah, I don't have anything in there.
But it makes the bathroom cabinet space so much more usable and user-friendly, because when we get to the bathroom, you're going to see probably my least favorite thing in this RV, which is right here, which is the storage cabinet. We've decided to take the remainder of the bottom part of the storage and turn them into drawers. They are empty because, remember, we came to the cabin and we didn't think about it when we emptied our clothes and took it back into the cabin. So I no longer have the cabinets over here, so now I have these drawers. So I haven't run out of space at all. In fact, I actually have more storage space in this bedroom now than I did before in the 397. I just have some extra space. Like before, under the bed was completely full. Now there's, you gotta get better hinges or better thingies.
Better struts or pistons.
Yeah. So you can see, I mean, I still have a lot of room to store stuff under here, which is great.
And there was a tray right down the bottom here.
Oh yeah, right here.
That got in the way, so I ripped it out.
When we added our own mattress from Mattress Insider, it's a great mattress, but it's a lot heavier than the stock ones that you get.
Same mattress that we've had since the first.
That's right.
First night.
Yeah. And then the dresser drawers are a little bit bigger, I think, than the ones that we had before. If you guys remember, in our last setup, we had a large wardrobe up front like this, but it was kind of at an angle, and the washer and dryer cabinet came out at an angle as well. Now everything is flush. And oh, I forgot to unhook it. Hold on. All right. Ta-da! I like having it up here because it's so easy to put the clothes away. Yeah. You got the bed to fold them on and all of that, and the hamper's right there. So it's all very simple. And then our wardrobes. Look, I left all my stuff in here just for this. And I left it a mess, like, you know, like it's been. So plenty of space in here, you guys. In the back, I have a little 3-tiered shelving cabinet. And then the drawers for these wardrobes are large. I'm going to show them yours. It's probably empty. Yeah.
No, I got a cable in there.
Hey! And then I added a couple of little lamps because I'm a big fan of lighting, and I don't necessarily like to have the bright overhead lights on, the LED lights. I just like to have some softer light. So I added this and these little flameless candles, and I hung these little shelves. These are acrylic instead of glass, so that's nice because, you know, RV life. Ruggable rugs. If Daisy has a little accident, you can wash them, which is great. I want to talk about these metal prints that I have hanging on the walls. So these are pictures that we've taken on our travels, and they're printed on metal. They're super lightweight, super thin, and they come from MPix. I'll put a link if you guys are interested. We're not affiliated or anything, but I just think they're really cool. So you'll see some out in the main living area too. They're very light, very thin, and they're great for RV life because we just have command hooks on them. And over the years, we get this question a lot. How do you keep stuff on the wall? And we always said command strips, and we've had people tell us, gosh, they haven't worked for us. I think it's because we follow the instructions. We clean the walls with alcohol, we let it dry, we do exactly how it says, and we've had the best of luck, so.
Now we're jinxed.
I know.
Do you want to show them the flip up thing on the dresser that we don't use?
Secret storage and stuff.
Is anything in there?
It's stuff that I don't need that much or that I don't use that often. Little things like jewelry and stuff. Let's go to the loo. This is our awesome bathroom. It's so spacious and bright and cheery. I mean, look at all this light in here. I've got the lights on, but even with the lights off, it's so bright because there's a skylight in the shower. A skylight, well, it's a fan, but it's also a skylight. And then we've got the window here, which I love for makeup applications and things like that. Plus, I just like natural light. Something else that was important when we were helping design this layout was I wanted some drawers. The last RV bathroom was so small, didn't have any drawers. I'm so happy because I have drawers now. Again, half empty. And this is where I keep my hairdryer and curling iron, odds and ends, miscellaneous stuff. I had a hard time figuring out what to do for a trash can in this bathroom that wouldn't be in the way of the drawers or standing in front of the sink or the walkway into the bedroom. And then I saw this cool thing, which is actually a towel bar hanger. It's for like tinfoil and saran wrap and stuff, but I just put these tiny little trash bags in there and it works perfectly. And you can't see the garbage.
Cool.
Right now, we are still working with Grand Design on how to improve the medicine cabinet. For us, it is a medicine cabinet, but it's not big enough. It's not deep really at all. They did this as a trial because this was a prototype. I know that they're looking into more storage with a medicine cabinet, maybe something bigger. Check with your local dealer and find out.
Do you want to show the shower?
Oh, the shower, yeah. Yeah, so the shower is pretty cool.
Big.
It's pretty big, yeah. What I like is it's a little bit deeper than the last ones. I mean, it's not really a tub, but if you have little kids, you could use this as like a little splash tub or something like that. I like to have these little amber, they're plastic, they're not glass, but they look like the glass bottles, just so it doesn't look messy. Because it is glass, you can see this area from the living room, so I didn't want it to look messy, so I like things to kind of match. And what we now have that we didn't have before is this.
Have you used that?
I use it to shave legs and stuff, yeah. And it's great to hang the bath mat.
And we got that fancy shower thing that we don't use, but we did replace the shower head on it.
Yes.
We showed that in a separate video.
Yeah. Where's the toilet, you want to know? And here it is. It's a separate water closet. I think we mentioned in the prototype video that they were going to be moving the toilet seat back several inches. They are doing that now, so that's good. We've been fine with it the way that it is. We have had some feedback from folks who maybe walked through the prototype or saw some of the very early models and they were a little concerned about not having enough space between their knees and the door, but now it's pushed back.
I've got plenty of room. I wouldn't say plenty, I've got room. But if that toilet were back a few inches, it would make a big difference.
Yeah, I like having this separate door here so somebody can be in here and we can still walk through and everything's okay. You want to go in the living room?
Let's go down.
Chad carpeted these steps for little Miss Daisy so that she can go up and down. Otherwise, she would just stand down here and cry. When Grand Design came out with this new lighter and brighter color scheme, I was thrilled. But I wanted to bring in a little bit warmer tones too because it was all very cool tones and I wanted to kind of pull in a little bit more natural tones and a little bit warmer colors. So that's why you see a lot of baskets and lamps with the wicker texture and stuff. I think that it blends really, really well together. Again, I'm a sucker for lighting. We do have some remotes that we just need to program for these. We just haven't done it yet. I found these lights on Amazon, of course. At night, they bring out a really cool ambiance and it's just not such bright overhead lighting. And it pulls in that natural element that I was talking about. So I love it. And then this thing was kind of a pain in the butt for a long time. I was looking for just a little bit more storage, which now that I have everything in here, I don't really have much need for it. If you look, I just right now have kitchen towels and stuff in here. The chase. Something else that was very, very important to us when we were helping with the layout of this new model was extra seating space. Because in the 397, we essentially had a dinette like that and 2 seats here. And that was it. There wasn't even a lot of seating just for the 2 of us. So we added this chase and there's a little bit extra space now. As far as traveling, it's been easy to just lift up, pull it out, and pull it under the table.
All the extra space now that we have in here and over here, we actually have room for bar stools.
So we have a lot of extra space, and that was the biggest thing for us, was in the 397, which we love, and you guys know we were in it for 5 years, we loved it. But the things that were lacking for us were living room space and bathroom space, and we have since fixed that, and I love that. You mentioned bar stools, so I have to say, not all the bar stools come furry. I didn't take the other material off that came with it. Again, we've got a ruggable here, so if Daisy has an accident, it's easy to roll up and wash. And then we have the dinette area. The 410 also has a super sofa option, which is essentially just what it sounds like. It's just this whole slide is sofa. But we love having the table. We use it every day.
They'll be jealous of our fancy dinner.
So, listen,
You're brought for dinner?
well, I had plans. So I was gonna make chicken. I just bought the chicken yesterday. I opened up the chicken and it smelled real bad. So I figured you'd rather have a brat than salmonella.
Yeah.
So this is another must-have, and you guys, I'm sorry, I took the food out. We have a lot of storage space in here, and we utilize every inch of it, just like we did in the 397. It's been plenty big. I don't think we've been lacking in space
Not
at
a
all. Even though we approved the way that this was laid out and liked it, I was somewhat concerned that, oh, it doesn't seem like I'm gonna have enough space in the kitchen. And I gotta tell you, I have space left over. I know what I didn't use in the 397, so some of those things didn't come this time, but I still have space left. Like, there's extra space in there. This thing doesn't even have anything in it at all. Like, I forget it's even there. There's nothing in there, right?
Not a thing.
There's hardly anything in this one. And I think it's because these drawers are so much bigger and it fits a lot of stuff. It fits everything that I had in it before. And something else that made a difference was I found these mixing bowls that are like nesting mixing bowls, and they fit one inside each other and all the lids fit. And there's, I think, 5 bowls in here. Even up here, there's extra space.
Some stuff is shifted from the last trip.
I didn't even bother to check this out from the other day. I still have a lot of room to play with here if I want to add stuff.
We keep our pots and pans in the oven. It's a nice, huge, full-size oven.
I love it. This thing is also great. It's hard to see from your side. I have all that extra space in there too, even with these cutting boards.
Want to continue from there? We kind of jumped across.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, let's get there.
This. Okay, yeah.
Coffee bar was a big thing.
It was a big deal too to find something that fit, because let's face it, this isn't very deep. We found a good solution, which is this Keurig, but then I wanted some extra space for the K-cups and such. Found this little beauty on Amazon. It was a natural wood color, which didn't quite look right next to this gray beige. So I just whitewashed it. It's a great little coffee bar space. Up here, whoa, travel.
We haven't opened these, I guess.
I should have planned this better. I'm really not utilizing this space to its fullest potential either. I could still put a whole bunch of other things.
Rockford Fosgate.
And we are loving our new refrigerator. I really am digging these spice racks. They're just magnetic. So on travel days, just take them off. When I'm cooking, it's great because I just keep the spices that I use the most frequently closest to me. It's a residential style fridge that they're now coming with, but they're a little bit different than this one, right?
Yeah, from what I understand, they're coming with very similar fridges, but they're 12 volt. They're not 120 volt, which is great for boondocking and things like that. So.
Yeah. The one thing that a lot of you who have been waiting for this tour probably want to know is, how's it going with that TV right next to the oven? Quite a few people said, well, what about when I'm cooking bacon on the stove and it's messy? So I did a test.
I don't usually have the TV up that much as far as in viewing position, but I'm gonna put it up and I'm gonna cook some bacon right here specifically because that's what you guys asked for. We don't usually cook bacon on the stove. We usually do it on the Blackstone outside. TV up, which I don't usually do. Primarily, we just want to see if the bacon grease or anything splatters in the TV hole. And so far, it's absolutely nothing. You can see, if you want to show them, there's 0 splatters. Look at that. And I'm a pretty messy cook usually. I mean, I would use a splatter guard regardless of where the stove is positioned. There you have it. The bacon grease does not get on the TV or in the TV hole.
Hole.
Yeah,
Well, that settles it.
settles it. There is not a crumb down there. And I've cooked on it. We've used it. I mean, we're not avoiding using the oven. Now we want to make sure that what we've helped design is actually functional. And it's been great. I mean, we don't watch TV out here that much, so it's usually down, which I love because that helps actually with prep space. And you could always use these 2 burners as well. We have the microwave. This is not convection, it's just microwave. The sink I really, really like. In our 397, it was sort of a wonky shape, and it had 2 sides to it with a full divider in the middle. Now we've got a regular farm sink, and it's got this half divider. Most of the time, we leave it like this.
Yeah, and without it being that kidney shape, that thing can flip and be on either side without having to pull one
Right.
out.
Yeah.
And over here is the LCI OneControl, which I have a love-hate relationship with. The love-hate slider is always going back and forth.
Yeah. Mainly because that font is so tiny. I mean, you can't read it.
I can read it when I'm back here, but if I'm standing there using it,
Yeah.
I can't read those tiny
Yeah.
little fonts. I know people are going to ask. This is the Volta control panel, which we're going to go into once that system is complete.
They are no longer making this corkboard thing. Up until today, this was just the regular color cork, but I found this green cork fabric that Chad just cut and glued it on. It's still cork, so you can still use it like a cork board, but it matches the decor a little bit better. I love having the hooks right here. I don't love having this here. I'd rather put my own artwork or my own like shelving unit or something. And this thing is glued on. But they've listened, and it doesn't come with that anymore.
The entire board is glued on.
It's and so now there are hooks here, but that's it. If you see one of these at the dealership, it might look a little plain, but I like it that way because you have a blank canvas to do with it what you want.
So more of those metal prints?
More metal prints. We're gonna just walk on back to the office / garage / guest room this way. We did get the dual pane windows, which we wouldn't get an RV without them. And we also do have 3 AC units. So we have one in here, one in the bedroom, and then one back here.
And the one in the middle here is also a heat pump.
This is where the videos happen.
This is Changing Lanes Command Central.
Yeah, most of our time when we are traveling is spent sitting at these desks working. Our workspace, I think, is much more pleasant now. Don't you think?
Oh, so much better.
It's so much better. It's so much brighter and lighter. If you saw our recent video where we talked about getting the motorcycle up into this garage, you know that because we had been working with them on this model for several years, we asked them if they could not put the black, what's it called?
Just rubber flooring.
Rubber flooring.
It has a fancy name, but I forget what it is.
Yeah, and we asked them to just carry the regular flooring all the way through. I love it because it's so much brighter in here. We also asked them to not put the black diamond plate along the border that goes all the way around the garage and all the other units. We kept the same desks that we had before.
Just Formica countertops without the backsplash.
We still have the queen size guest bed up here.
Also with a mattress insider mattress. Some of our travel day stuff was up here, like our mats for the motorcycle and blankets that we wrap around the monitors.
Right. In our 397, we did have a bathroom back here in the garage. It was a full bath with, it had a shower. That shower was a storage area for us. So we said we don't want 2 full baths, but we did want 2 toilets. So we have a half bath back here. And of course it is small. But
very small.
It's much more functional though for when your girls come to stay. There's a full-size mirror in here so they can get ready back here, which is great. This is a command strip shelf here and a little command strip here. And then I use this basket for extra toilet paper and different things because there's really no storage in here.
This is a game changer.
It's such a good thing. For travel day, this is where the coffee pot now goes and the K-cup little drawer thing. I have a spot for this, finally. This thing is a game changer for office storage too, because now everything is in here.
Got a lot of my random junk in there.
Yeah. We have a TV here, and we have storage cubby over here, which is awesome.
We use this cubby as our tech cabinet. As you can see, full video on this, but it's a beast of an internet system. Go watch the video.
We changed out the blackout curtains. Before they were black, now they're the off-white beige color. Even when we have these closed, it doesn't feel so much like a cave in here. Of course, we have the patio.
These are the 3-season doors.
The veranda.
Yeah, this is nice. We like having it, being able to go outside on a patio.
We do have an awning back here, and then there is the handy dandy backup camera you just installed recently.
Yep. There is our VisionWorks camera.
It's awesome. It's awesome. It opens up your whole living space. You know, when you have this open and you can see from here all the way, you know, through the RV, it's a game changer.
All these doors, the top glass slides down.
Yeah.
So the whole top half or whole bottom half can just be screened.
Yep. If you guys want to see how we take this office and turn it into the garage mode or even into guest suite mode, we will have a video coming up on that soon.
If you have any questions about the RV or anything you saw in this video, put them in the comments down below.